Let's delve into the life of the renowned actor, John Travolta, who has made a significant impact in the film industry. With a career spanning several decades, he has garnered numerous accolades and, of course, faced his fair share of controversies. Recently, his daughter made a shocking statement that has sent ripples through the entertainment world. As we explore the details of this revelation, it's essential to understand the context of John Travolta's career and personal life. Born in 1954 in New Jersey, Travolta was drawn to the world of entertainment from a young age. He began his career on stage and later transitioned to television, where he starred in popular shows such as Welcome Back, Kotter. However, it was his role in the classic film Saturday Night Fever that catapulted him to stardom and cemented his status as a cultural icon. Throughout his career, Travolta has delivered memorable performances in films such as Grease, Pulp Fiction, and Face Off. His talent and charisma have earned him a devoted fan base and critical acclaim. But even as he continued to make his mark in the film industry, Travolta's personal life remained a subject of speculation and controversy. Now, his daughter has come forward with a revelation that has shattered the silence surrounding the actor's personal life. In the following sections, we will explore the details of this statement and its significance in the context of John Travolta's career and legacy. John Travolta, the youngest of 6 children, was born and raised in Inglewood, New Jersey. His childhood was a stone's throw away from the bustling streets of New York City. Contrary to the tragic tales often recounted by many Hollywood stars, Travolta's childhood was far from it. He was fortunate to have loving and supportive parents who nurtured his interests and shielded him from the harsh realities of the world. However, this idyllic upbringing may have inadvertently left him somewhat spoiled and ill-prepared for the outside world. As Winsley Clarkson reveals in his biography, young Travolta was a shy and academically indifferent teenager, deeply attached to his mother. He was somewhat socially awkward, finding solace in the tunes of Broadway musicals. This passion would shape his future, but as any teenager who dares to be different knows, standing out can often invite unwanted attention. Travolta found himself on the receiving end of bullying and taunts, making his school days a tumultuous ordeal. Despite these challenges, Travolta's love for acting and performing persisted. He began performing in local theater productions, honing his craft, and gaining confidence with each performance. Travolta's big break came in 1977 when he starred in the hit film Saturday Night Fever. The film catapulted him to stardom and solidified his place as a leading man in Hollywood. Since then, he has gone on to have a successful career in film and television, with notable roles in Grease, Pulp Fiction, and American Crime Story. Throughout his career, Travolta has remained committed to his passion for acting and performing. Despite the challenges he faced in his early life, he has persevered and become a respected and beloved figure in the entertainment industry. His contributions to the world of film and television are a testament to his talent and dedication. At the age of 17, John Travolta made the bold decision to drop out of Dwight Morrow High School to pursue his passion for acting. With his parents' blessing, he packed his bags and headed to New York City, where he soon landed a role in the touring company of the musical Grease and graced the Broadway stage. Travolta's star was on the rise, and he wasn't about to let anything stand in his way. His first foray into Hollywood saw him take on the role of a fall victim in the television show Emergency, but it was his portrayal of Billy Nolan in the horror film Carrie that truly set the wheels of stardom in motion. However, it was his breakout moment as Vinnie Barbarino in the hit TV sitcom Welcome Back, Kotter that catapulted him to fame. The world took notice of the young actor, and his magnetic presence on screen captivated audiences far and wide. Despite his early struggles, Travolta's unwavering determination led him to pursue his dreams. He faced naysayers and obstacles along the way, but he remained undeterred. His leap of faith at the tender age of 17 paved the way for his future stardom, and he became a household name in the world of film and television. Travolta's rise to stardom is a testament to his passion and dedication to his craft. From his early days on Broadway to his iconic roles in film and television, he has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. His contributions continue to resonate with audiences today, and his legacy will undoubtedly endure for generations to come. John Travolta's career reached new heights with his unforgettable roles in Saturday Night Fever and Grease. In the former, he portrayed Tony Manero, a young man living in Brooklyn whose passion for disco dancing set screens ablaze. This performance earned him an Oscar nomination when he was just 24 years old. As for Grease, Travolta embodied the character of Danny Zuko, leader of the T-Birds Greaser Gang and Summer Fling of Sandy Olsen. His charismatic depiction left audiences enchanted and cemented his status as a bona fide star. The impact of these two movies transcended borders and captivated millions worldwide. Saturday Night Fever generated close to 400 million globally, while Grease grossed over 396 million, quite the impressive figures for their time. Overnight, John Travolta became a household name, synonymous with talent and charm. However, he wasn't alone in experiencing the glow of fame. Even his family members enjoyed their moment under the spotlight. His mother and sisters made cameos in some of his most renowned works, transforming the journey into a true family affair. As the years passed, Travolta continued mesmerizing fans through various memorable roles. He traded his dance shoes for cowboy boots in Urban Cowboy, further demonstrating his range and adaptability. Meanwhile, his chart-topping hit song Let Her In proved that his talents extended beyond acting. Indeed, few could rival his versatility during those times. With seemingly boundless energy and enthusiasm, he moved gracefully between disparate personas, from disco kingpin to rugged ranch hand, enthralling spectators along the way. After experiencing great success with Urban Cowboy, John Travolta appeared unstoppable. However, his subsequent movie, Blowout, despite its critical praise, did not perform well at the box office. This disappointing outcome initiated a chain reaction of both commercial and critical failures for the actor, causing his thriving acting career to stumble temporarily. Even offers to star in future blockbusters like American Gigolo, An Officer, and a Gentleman, and Splash were declined by Travolta, further solidifying his string of misfortunes. The sequel to Saturday Night Fever, titled Staying Alive, may have been financially successful, yet it encountered severe criticism from critics. At this point, fortune seemed to abandon the struggling actor, who continuously turned down opportunities. Nevertheless, fate would soon smile upon him again through an unexpected role. In Look Who's Talking, alongside Kirstie Alley, this classic film became a major success at the box office, demonstrating that Travolta could still enthrall audiences worldwide. Eventually, Quentin Tarantino offered Travolta a part in Pulp Fiction, allowing him to break free from previous expectations by portraying the character Vincent Vega flawlessly. Not only did this groundbreaking film resuscitate Travolta's career, earning him an Academy Award nomination, but it also introduced him to a whole new generation of fans. His spectacular comeback left everyone speechless, proving that perseverance truly pays off. After facing a lull in his career, John Travolta made a remarkable comeback by venturing into crime dramas, demonstrating his versatility as an actor. In Get Shorty, he showcased his ability to portray complex characters with ease. This was followed by his role in The General's Daughter, where he further solidified his status as a force to be reckoned with in the industry. Not one to be typecast, Travolta also displayed his musical roots in the classic film Hairspray, reminding audiences of his diverse talents. As the years went by, he continued to take on challenging roles, such as in Swordfish and Gotti, further cementing his reputation as a powerhouse in the crime drama genre. His recent projects, including The Taking of Pelham 123 and From Paris with Love, have only added to his impressive body of work. Despite his many successes, Travolta shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, he has several upcoming projects, including Cash Out, and That's All, that are sure to leave audiences in awe of his talent. At this stage in his career, Travolta continues to push himself and take on diverse roles, proving that he is still a formidable force in the industry. His unwavering dedication to his craft and his willingness to take on new challenges have made him a true icon in the world of film. With each new project, he continues to leave his mark on the industry and solidify his place in cinematic history. In 1985, at a state dinner hosted by President Ronald Reagan, the actor John Travolta found himself at the center of British royal history. His eyes were drawn to a certain princess, Diana, as the night was in full swing. Nancy Reagan, the president's wife, approached Travolta with a proposition that would change the course of the evening. She said, "The princess's fantasy is to dance with you. Would you like to dance with her tonight?" Travolta, being the charming gentleman that he is, couldn't refuse such an offer. With his heart racing and the whole room watching, he tapped the princess on the shoulder and asked her to dance. As they say, the rest is history. The two danced the night away, with all eyes on them, and the whole room clearing out to give them space. The late Princess Diana, who was tragically taken from us in 1997, was wearing a stunning velvet gown by Victor Edelstein that night. This gown, now famously known as the Travolta dress, has become one of the most iconic pieces in royal fashion history. In fact, it was acquired by historic royal palaces at auction for a whopping £264,000 in 2019. Travolta, who was at the height of his fame at the time, had already made a name for himself with his memorable roles in Saturday Night Fever and Grease. But this dance with Princess Diana would become one of the most memorable moments of his career, and a night to remember for all those who were there. The image of Travolta and Diana dancing together has been seared into the collective memory of that era, and it remains a symbol of the magic that can happen when two icons come together on the dance floor. John Travolta's first love was Denise Worms, whom he met when he was just 13 years old. Their friendship blossomed into something more, and they dated for about 5 years. However, as Travolta's acting career took off, he found himself traveling the world, while Denise remained in their hometown. The distance proved too much, and Denise made the difficult decision to end the relationship. Travolta was devastated, but fate had other plans. While touring with the musical Grease in San Francisco, he had an unexpected encounter with Denise. He must have hoped for a chance to reconcile, but it was not meant to be. Instead, Denise dropped a bombshell. She was getting married. It took Travolta some time to come to terms with the situation, and he spent many years leading a lonely life. But Travolta's love life didn't end there. Before finding true love with Kelly Preston, he had his fair share of romantic entanglements that didn't end quite as well. His relationships were just as dramatic and intriguing as his acting career, filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. Through it all, Travolta remained hopeful, always open to the possibility of finding love again. And love he did find, in the form of Kelly Preston. The two were married for nearly 30 years, until Preston's untimely death in 2020. Their love story was one for the ages, a testament to the power of true love, and the strength of their bond. Through all the ups and downs, Travolta and Preston remained devoted to each other, a shining example of what love can be. In the end, Travolta's love life was just as exciting and unpredictable as his acting career. From his first love at 13 to his enduring love with Kelly Preston, Travolta's romantic journey was filled with drama, intrigue, and above all, love. During the filming of the movie Devil's Reign, the actor John Travolta had a chance encounter that would change his life forever. At the time, he was feeling lost and in need of companionship. He had just gone through a tough breakup, and the friends he had weren't the most supportive. It was during this tumultuous period that he reunited with an old friend from his past, Joan Prather. She was a ray of light in his dark and lonely world, as they both found themselves in need of friendship during this time. But Joan didn't just bring friendship into John's life. She also introduced him to something else, Scientology. She had been a member of the church for a few years, and within days of reuniting with her, John went from being indifferent to being fully immersed in the religion. During filming, John fell ill with the flu, and Joan performed a Scientology ritual called Touch Assist on him. He was truly touched by her kindness, as it was the first time anyone had helped him without expecting anything in return. From that moment on, he couldn't get enough of Scientology. It seemed like he had found something that resonated with him deeply. So, if you've ever wondered how John Travolta became involved with Scientology, now you have your answer. It was all thanks to a chance encounter with an old friend during a tough time in his life. In 1976, a young actor named John Travolta took on a role in the movie The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. His co-star was Diana Hyland, who played his mother in the film. Despite their significant age difference, the two actors fell in love on set. Hyland had already established herself as a successful actress, appearing in popular shows like 8 is Enough, while Travolta was starting to gain recognition as a heartthrob in Welcome Back, Kotter. Travolta was deeply in love, and even confided in his sister Ellen, promising her that he was committed to making the relationship work. However, fate had other plans. Just a few months later, Hyland passed away due to complications from breast cancer. Travolta was devastated by her death and retreated from the public eye for some time. Not long after, Travolta found solace in the Church of Scientology. He credits the organization with helping him through one of the most challenging times in his life. As he immersed himself in the teachings of Scientology, he slowly started to heal and eventually returned to acting. It seems fitting that life came full circle for Travolta, leading him back to love after experiencing profound loss. This bittersweet chapter serves as a reminder that love can bloom in unexpected places, even amidst grief and hardship. In 1977, tragedy struck for then up and coming actor John Travolta. His girlfriend Diana Hyland was diagnosed with breast cancer. At the same time, Travolta's career was taking off with the success of Saturday Night Fever. The two lovebirds, who met on the set of the TV show The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, had discussed marriage and children, and it seemed like they had their whole lives ahead of them. However, fate had other plans. During the filming of Saturday Night Fever, Travolta had to fly back to Los Angeles to be with Hyland. He walked with her through the garden, and tragically, she passed away the following day. In a poignant interview with People, Travolta revealed, "I felt the breath go out of her. It was a devastating loss that would haunt him for years to come." Reflecting on that period, Travolta described it as the hardest 10 weeks of his life. In a later interview with the Daily Beast, he shared how some of that grief seeped into his performance in Saturday Night Fever. He confessed, "My girlfriend had just passed away, and I wasn't aware that I was wearing the grief of her. But in the scene where the girl kisses me on the cheek, I start to cry. Her tenderness made me cry." Travolta didn't hold back when speaking about his love for Hyland. He told People shortly after her death, "From the moment I met her, I was attracted. We were like two maniacs talking all the time." Their relationship became romantic after a month, and Travolta had even picked out a house for them to move into after filming Saturday Night Fever. He said, "Diana and I were planning on moving in right after this movie if she was alive." Unfortunately, Hyland wouldn't be the only woman Travolta lost to breast cancer. More heartbreak followed in the coming years, adding to the bittersweet tapestry of his romantic journey. After the loss of his girlfriend Diana Hyland, actor John Travolta faced another battle, this time with cancer. His mother, Helen Travolta, was quietly fighting her own war against breast cancer. Being the doting son that he is, John's mother shielded him from her illness, not wanting to add to the heartbreak he had already endured. When John finally learned about his mother's condition, he didn't hesitate to visit her daily, and even serenaded her with songs to lift her spirits. Sadly, despite his efforts, Helen passed away 8 months later. During his grief, John found himself grappling with the public eye and the expectations that came with it. Some questioned the spotlight that shone on his pain, causing frustration among those who felt their own losses were equally important. But for John, the pain was very real, made even more difficult by the fact that life threw yet another curveball his way. Just 6 months after his mother's passing, his father remarried to the very woman who had been Helen's nurse in her final days. Despite these challenges, John remained strong and carried on. He continued to face loss and hardship as he said goodbye to more family members and friends along the way. Through it all, he somehow managed to keep his head held high and maintain his dignity. It wasn't easy, but John Travolta proved to be a fighter, determined to overcome whatever obstacles life placed in his path. John Travolta and his wife, Kelly Preston, seemed to have it all when they got married, but life had other plans in store for them. When their first child, a son named Jet, was just 2 years old, he was diagnosed with Kawasaki disease. It was a tough blow for the family, but they rallied together to support their little boy through his illness. Unfortunately, Jet's health continued to be a source of concern. At the age of 16, he passed away. The loss of a child is every parent's worst nightmare, and for John Travolta and Kelly Preston, it became a reality. The heartbreaking news sent shock waves through their world, and they had to find a way to come to terms with their devastating loss. Reports surfaced detailing how Jet, who had been battling Kawasaki syndrome since he was a toddler, suffered a seizure while the family was vacationing in the Bahamas. The unthinkable happened when he hit his head, and ultimately succumbed to the seizure. It was a gut-wrenching ordeal for the Travolta family, and they had to lean on each other for support during this dark time. John Travolta's strength and resilience were put to the test as he tried to make sense of the tragedy. He even performed CPR on his son before paramedics arrived, showing immense courage in the face of unimaginable circumstances. In a public statement, both John and Kelly expressed their profound grief and vowed to cherish the memories of their beloved son for the rest of their lives. It was a poignant reminder of the enduring love they had for Jet, and how deeply his absence was felt. In the aftermath of his son Jet's passing, the actor John Travolta opened up about the profound impact it had on him. In an interview, he shared his struggle to find meaning in life, admitting that there were moments when he didn't want to wake up. It was a raw and honest reflection of the pain he experienced. Amidst the darkness, there was a glimmer of hope. Travolta credited Scientology for providing unwavering support during his darkest days. He spoke about how the organization stood by him for 2 solid years, offering solace and guidance as he navigated through his grief. It was a testament to the power of faith and community in helping him find the strength to carry on despite the overwhelming sorrow. However, as if dealing with grief wasn't enough, Travolta also found himself facing a different kind of challenge in court following Jet's passing. Despite these hardships, he continued to work and act, finding solace in his craft and the support of his community. Through his faith, Travolta was able to find the strength to carry on, even in the face of unimaginable grief. It's a reminder of the importance of community and faith in helping us navigate through life's most difficult moments. In 2009, John Travolta, the beloved actor known for his work in films such as Saturday Night Fever and Pulp Fiction, found himself entangled in a real-life drama that rivaled anything seen on screen. At the heart of the controversy was an alleged extortion plot targeting his family, which involved a colorful cast of characters including a paramedic, a senator from the Bahamas, and even a parliamentarian. The plot thickened as allegations surfaced regarding suspicious behavior surrounding the tragic passing of Travolta's teenage son, Jet. Details remain scarce, but it was reported that the group demanded a staggering $25 million from the grieving father in exchange for silence. As the trial progressed, Travolta was called to testify about the harrowing events of his son's death, recounting the heart-wrenching final moments. The proceedings stretched on, captivating audiences with each twist and turn along the way. However, just as the climax approached, the case took an unexpected turn. Confidential information somehow leaked onto the radio, resulting in a mistrial and leaving everyone guessing about what would come next. At the core of the scandal lay accusations that Travolta had declined medical assistance for his son during his time of need. This was a charge the actor strongly refuted. According to Scientology's official stance, followers may indeed seek traditional medical guidance, yet the usage of prescription medications remains discouraged. This revelation sparked intense debate among observers over potential influences on Jet's care arising from church doctrines. After the mistrial, the case came to an abrupt end at Travolta's request. His lawyer announced that the already distressed family could not bear to face further rounds of legal wrangling. Expressing deep sorrow, the Travoltas stated they had experienced immense strain and agony throughout the entire ordeal. Echoing these sentiments, the lawyer emphasized how the situation had taken its toll on all parties concerned. In addition to the court case, rumors surrounding John Travolta's sexuality began circulating during this period. Whispers of him being gay emerged, causing further speculation and discussion among fans and critics alike. Amidst the ongoing legal disputes and personal scrutiny, darker times lay ahead for the actor. Unfortunately, this would become a recurring theme in his life, as he faced challenges beyond what anyone could have anticipated. As the saying goes, when it rains, it pours, and for John Travolta, it seemed like a torrential downpour. Nonetheless, he persevered through the turmoil, demonstrating resiliency in the face of adversity. With his career still intact, he looked forward to better days and focusing on upcoming projects, hoping to shift the narrative away from the controversies and back onto his talents as a performer. In 2020, the world was stunned when news broke of Kelly Preston's passing. John Travolta, along with his children Ella and Benjamin, announced the heartbreaking loss of his beloved wife to breast cancer. This marked the third time that cancer had taken a woman dear to Travolta, and the pain was palpable. Kelly Preston, a woman known for her grace and beauty, had chosen to keep her battle with cancer private. It was a personal struggle, one that she faced with courage and determination. Travolta, in an emotional Instagram post, paid tribute to his late wife, sharing with the world the heavy heart with which he carried the news of her passing. The outpouring of love and support from fans and well-wishers was a testament to the impact Preston had made during her time on this earth. In the wake of this tragedy, Travolta has been candid about his journey through grief and loss. In an episode of Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart, he opened up about the challenges of explaining the concept of mortality to his 10-year-old son Ben. The raw honesty with which he approached this conversation is a reflection of the depth of his own emotions and the complexity of navigating loss as a family. In a recent interview with Esquire, the iconic actor opened up about his personal journey through mourning and the valuable lessons he's learned along the way. "I learned that mourning someone living in more is something personal," Travolta shared. "Mourning is individual, and experiencing your own journey is what can lead you to healing. It's a profound insight that speaks to the deeply personal nature of grief and the importance of allowing oneself the space to navigate through it in their own way." Throughout his career, Travolta has been no stranger to loss, both on and off screen. In Saturday Night Fever and Grease, he portrayed characters grappling with the loss of loved ones, and in Pulp Fiction, he delivered a poignant monologue about the fragility of life. These roles have no doubt informed his own understanding of grief and loss, and his ability to channel his emotions into his art is a testament to his talent as an actor. In the face of tragedy, Travolta has shown incredible resilience and strength. He has continued to work and honor his wife's memory, and in doing so, has inspired others to do the same. His journey through grief is a reminder that mourning is a personal and individual process, one that requires patience, understanding, and self-compassion. As Travolta continues to navigate this difficult time, he remains committed to honoring his wife's memory and keeping her spirit alive. In a touching tribute he shared on Instagram, Kelly's love and life will always be remembered. And so, as we remember Kelly Preston and the impact she had on the world, we also honor John Travolta and the strength and resilience he has shown in the face of loss. Amid the rumors swirling about the possibility of the actor dipping his toes back into the waters of love, reports suggest that the 69-year-old is entertaining the idea of finding love again. Whispers of him considering the assistance of a dating service or matchmaker have sparked curiosity among fans and admirers. Despite the encouragement from friends and family to consider moving forward, the actor has been deliberate in his approach to healing, raising his children, and navigating the complexities of grief. Throughout life's trials and tribulations, the actor has emerged as an unwavering symbol of strength and resilience, inspiring fans in their own journeys through adversity. Even his daughter, Ella Blue, attests to her father's unwavering spirit and enduring strength. Speaking of offspring in Hollywood, one talented young lady who has been making waves in the entertainment industry is Ella Blue, John Travolta, and Kelly Preston's daughter. Far from being just another celebrity kid, Ella has proven herself to be a rising star, having inherited her parents' performing bug. Over the years, John Travolta has often expressed his pride in his daughter's accomplishments, but it was Ella's turn to gush about her dad when she posted a touching tribute on Instagram for his 69th birthday earlier this year. In the heartfelt message, she referred to him as her hero, most incredible father, friend, and role model anyone could ever hope for. If those accolades don't speak volumes about their close bond, nothing else will. What's more, Ella confessed that collaborating with her dad is always a joyous experience, whether it's shooting commercials for the Super Bowl or appearing together in films like The Poison Rose. Their playful dynamic is undoubtedly infectious, especially since John serves as both Ella's mentor and biggest cheerleader in the business. Last year, the spotlight turned towards Ella when she released her debut single, Dizzy, which quickly gained traction among music lovers everywhere. Rest assured that John wasted no time promoting his daughter's talent by sharing her song on social media, earning enthusiastic reactions from his followers. According to Ella, teaming up with her legendary father is always a thrill, and together they form a dream